Hi everybody, this is Joe. I'm here to do a video on narcissistic personality disorder. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about something that can identify a lot of symptoms that you may be experiencing or may have experienced dealing with a narcissist or so. A lot of times people have to go into doctor appointments or make appointments or so, or try to figure out what's wrong with them, and they probably taking different type of medications or so just to cure a lot of these symptoms or so. Maybe someone, doing a lot of exercise and reading a lot of books or so, or try to clear a lot of their thoughts or clear their mind or so. And what this video is going to be about is that identifying the symptoms and the signs of stress and depression dealing with a narcissist. And in this video, I'm going to be naming some things that you actually go through dealing with a narcissist. In this video, I'm going to help you understand on some of the symptoms you may be going through and may be feeling or so from dealing with this narcissist. So it could be husband, wife, spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, could be even a family member, or it could even be a friend or so. Got to remember, people, this is a narcissist, and most of the time, it always seems to be only a narcissist will cause these things as far as these symptoms that you may feel or so dealing with a narcissist. For some odd reason, only seems to be where only dealing with a narcissist will put all these type of symptoms up on you or so. And one of them is fatigue and tiredness. You will notice yourself just feeling tired, feeling fatigued, or so. You kind of feel weak or so. And I mean this physically or so. No matter how much sleep you probably get at night or so, or how many naps you take, you notice yourself still being tired. Notice yourself hard to get out of bed or so. Every time you try to get up in the morning, you don't feel like getting up or so. And what happens sometimes, you could drink a lot of caffeine or coffee or whatever, and sometimes that don't even help. So you just feel tired for no reason. Even if you just do little things or so, you feel tired for some odd reason or so. And what caused this for you feeling like this is because all the stress and depression, everything that's happening to you dealing with this narcissist is putting a toll on you, and it wearing you, it's wearing you down or so. That's what's causing this, because a lot of mental stress that you are going through, putting a toll on you physically, and you tired, and a lot of stuff that depression you are going through or so, it just got you worn out and tired because you're constantly thinking and worrying, and it coming to a physical point or so. So this what causes this fatigue and tiredness, and you feeling weak or so. And this can also have some to do with your eating, like an eating disorder or so, or whatever could cause this, because a lot of stress or so that you go through dealing with a narcissist. And another one is feeling confused. You'll probably notice yourself that you get kind of stirred up in a lot of your thoughts. You kind of have lack of comprehension, or so you'll start noticing things that you once could catch on to, a lot of things that you could get as far as, the saying of somebody say hint or whatever. You start to notice that you start to get stirred up. Your thinking is not straight. Sometimes you get a lot of things mixed up. You will start noticing yourself that a lot of your thoughts not in order. You confused, and so a lot of things confusing you. You know, your mind not lined up in the right perception, and you don't have that same perspective of how you think or so. Your mind is just in a lot of confusion. It's kind of hard to explain this in words or so, but I know anyone who dealt with a narcissist understand exactly what I'm talking about. And so when you start to notice your state of mind and a lot of confusion, and so just so much going on with yourself, even with your own thoughts. And so your thoughts will tell you this, your thoughts will tell you that, and you don't know what voice to listen to. And what I mean by the voice, sometimes you have, your conscious, sometimes you have your inner self that, that guides you or so, and you don't know what's reality and what's not, because so much confusion had happened or so, where you don't know what's real and what's fake. You don't know what's a truth or what's a lie. And most of the time you lose your identity as far as knowing who you used to be, knowing who you are and the things that you like to do and stuff. And a lot of that stuff gets stirred up. A lot of that stuff in you gets stirred up or so, in confusion or so. And another one that you can also deal with and go through is memory loss. And when this happens to you, it doesn't necessarily mean something is actually wrong with you, as far as something with your health or something with your brain cells or anything like that. This comes from a lot of toll psychologically. It works in you through your mind, dealing with a lot of the heavy stress and unbearable thoughts and everything that you go through dealing with a narcissist. So it's so much stuff that's happening to you, and so much stuff that you've been going through dealing with this narcissist. It stays on your mind or so. Sometimes it could be anything with this stress that this narcissist had brought you through stays on your mind, where a lot of things that you used to think about, or things that you keep in mind, or things that you, even if you set your keys down or so, you can't keep track of everything or so. Because what happened in this case is a lot of stuff that you're going through with this narcissist, putting a lot of heavy toll on your mind or so, and you can't seem to stay in tone with a lot of your everyday thinking or so, your routine of thinking and how you do things. And sometimes you may say things or may end up doing things and don't realize at the time in your mind, where you're conscious about what you're saying or what you're doing. You just do it, but you're not aware of what you're doing. So when you come back to your memory, and this could be where you may set your keys down someplace, you may set something down, or you may told somebody something as far as meeting them somewhere, or whatever the case may be in your situation. And when you come back to them thoughts, you forgot. You forgot where you set that item down, or you forgot what you said to that person when they reminded you or so. So that's what happened in this situation or so. And another one is loss of appetite. In this situation, when you going through what you're going through with a narcissist, you would start noticing to yourself that you don't really have an appetite or so. You start to lose your appetite, not in the feeling that you're feeling like you coming down with something, some type of sickness or illness or anything. It's just everything as far as your physical could affect something with the immune system or so, where a lot of stuff in your body physically starts to work very dysfunctional or so. And what happened is that the things you used to crave for, you don't crave for them no more. A lot of things within you physically, as far as your body, your stomach not bringing no communication to your brain or through the nerve system or whatever, telling you that you got to eat or so. Your body completely go dysfunctional and numb to all these symptoms that you're supposed to feel when you're supposed to have an appetite or keep your daily routine of eating to get your nutrients or so, nutrition that you're supposed to get out of eating or so. So that will happen in this situation. So you'll start noticing that you don't eat like you used to, or you're not eating healthy meals or anything. And another one is obsessive eating. Now this could be the totally opposite. Sometimes what happens in this situation when you're dealing with a narcissist, you'll notice yourself that you're eating just obsessively. You're just eating a lot, and you notice that you're probably eating a lot of junk food. You're probably eating late at night. You're probably eating things that you usually don't eat or so, and you probably don't have an appetite for it. And most of the cases or some, this could cause you where you have, weight, where you gain weight or gain a few pounds or so with this, because your digestive system ain't working properly when you eat a lot like this, because your immune system start to, like I said before, start to operate dysfunctional, in a dysfunctional state or so, where it's not digesting your food or so, and this could cause you to pick up more weight or so. And what happened, what caused you to do this or so, is because the depression or so, kind of, your mind is trying to stay occupied on something. It's kind of hard to explain or so, but you'll notice yourself, you got to eat. You got to constantly eat. It kind of keep a certain part of you, it got to stay occupied, or it's kind of like trying to get out that void of depression of wherever you're dealing with the narcissist. So that's where this eating come from or so, this excessive eating or so. And another one is you probably start to notice that you're feeling chest pains and unusual body pains or so. And if you're feeling these chest pains, doesn't necessarily mean that you have a bad heart or having a heart attack or so. Sometimes in cases it can affect your heart or so, but this doesn't necessarily mean that you having a heart attack or have bad heart problems or so. Some people say that stress can cause heart diseases or so, but in this case, sometimes what happens, you could feel the chest pain as far as it's so much overwhelming stress or so that you could physically feel the pain in your chest. Sometimes it's necessarily don't be a heart pain or so. It's more of a pain where you probably waking up in the morning, you feel so much heavy pain in the center part of your chest or so, because of overwhelming stress, just too much to bear or so, where it's taking a toll on you. And you could call this on a mental state of mind of heartbreak or heart stress. It's more of that type of chest pain, and you probably start to notice that you feel unusual body pains. You probably start to feel certain type of pains in your abdominal area. You probably start to feel cramps in different areas. You start to probably feel a lot of, where your muscle start to have that feeling like it's about to lock up, like muscle cramps or so. These type of things, and you probably had a lot of appointments or go to a doctor, see your doctor or so, and your doctor probably didn't come up with anything as far as had diagnosed you with nothing or so. And in this case, it's because of the stress that's happening to you. It's probably ain't nothing wrong with you physically, but it's something mentally that's taking you on physically or so. So that's what happened in this situation or so. If anyone can understand what I'm saying in this or so. And another one is anxiety. Sometimes what happens is when you go through this or so, the anxiety is just the overwhelming feeling of all this stress or so will just have you feel so much that you cannot bear, so you cannot handle a lot of stuff that's happening to you. Your mind starts to think on a lot of thoughts, as far as it could be thinking on certain type of depression, a certain type of pain that this narcissist brought you through, and you could be dealing with something else outside of narcissist. You could be dealing with something personal in the family, something with the job, something where, a financial problem, a health problem, or anything on top of this narcissist or so. And sometimes what happens is this could happen to you mentally, where your mind can't handle it or whatever. Sometimes this could cause you where you could have nervous breakdowns or so. And this could also even cause you to have panic attacks. And I'm here to tell you, people, I could really understand what these panic attacks. I could really understand what a panic attack is or so. And I'm just here to let you know in this video or so. If you had one of these or you having one of these, you got to understand this part. These panic attacks, they cannot kill you. What's happening with you is that your mind is overworking with a lot of thoughts. It's going in, your mind is going in overdrive, and it's just increasing that fear, that overwhelming fear and unbelief or so. But there's actually nothing in the reality is happening to you. There's nothing happening to you. It's all within your mind. So sometimes you may won't feel the same after you have these panic attacks because it took you to another side of reality that makes you feel unreality or so. So that's I'm just here to let you know, to enlighten you on these or whatever, that there's nothing wrong with you. What's happening is that you are dealing with a lot of stress. It's just only stress. It's not nothing wrong with you physically. There's not nothing wrong with you mentally. Some people have to take, or sometimes they take medication for this. But I'm here to let you know that you can stop this mentally in your mind to understand what's causing them and why it's happening. And so I may talk about that in another video or whatever, but I'm here to let you know that there's nothing wrong with you, or you're not permanently broke where you feel like you probably have some type of mental illness or so, and you don't feel like you're a part of the real reality. It's just all the stress. It's this narcissist you're dealing with, and a lot of stuff on top of the narcissist you're dealing with. It's the only reason why that caused that. So the next time this happens, so you have to tell yourself that fear is not real, and there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing happening to you. It's just all in your mind. Your mind is trying to tell you all these overwhelming things. You have to think to yourself what you have to sacrifice or so, as far as all this stress or so. And another one that you will go through dealing with a narcissist is lack of concentration and focus. And what this means is that you start to notice that you can't concentrate on a lot of things. And this could be where you probably don't care about doing the things that you used to do. You probably losing focus on your work, your job or so. You probably have no interest. You lose your focus on what you have to do, your focus on your purpose or so. Even if your weekly purpose, or you going to work, or doing your regular routines or whatever, or every way that you living or you surviving or so, or things like that or so, you start to lose your focus or so, because your mind is just taken over on this narcissist. Your mind could obsess on this narcissist or so. And a lot of things that this narcissist puts your mind through, as far as all these soap opera type things that leave in your mind, and all this suspense or whatever, and you notice yourself you can't concentrate or so. Even if you sitting down watching TV or so, and you're trying to understand whatever you're watching or so, and you'll start noticing, even though you was looking at the television and you may have been listening, you may have been hearing everything, but you probably wasn't listening. And then when somebody probably asks you what happened, you don't even know what happened. You don't even know what the person said, even when there's no noises or so. That's the part you can identify where you're losing your focus or concentration, because a lot of stuff that on your mind or so, dealing with this narcissist or so. And another one that you dealing with a narcissist is that inferior. You'll feel a feeling of inferior. You'll feel that everyone is so much important than you. You'll feel everyone have power over you. You'll feel beneath. You'll feel beneath a lot of things. Even when you have power, you won't feel like you have any power, and you'll feel that everyone have power over you. You won't feel as much as important than anyone else, or so. You'll feel more that everyone got more power over you. And this could be dealing with this narcissist as well. And this comes from this narcissist put you in this position in your state of mind of feeling that this narcissist so domineering and dominate their way over you or so, where anything you do or say don't affect the narcissist or so. And doing this over a period of time or so, this will get into a stronghold of yours or so, and you start to just think this way of life and think this way of anybody you probably dealing with in life or so, or think this way of society, all because of this narcissist. So when you go out into society, you feel small, you feel very little. You know, everything around you is bigger than you or so. So that's what feeling you will get with this dealing with this narcissist. And another one is paranoid feelings and thoughts. And what this means is that you could go through this dealing with this narcissist, and what caused this is that this narcissist if anyone know that a narcissist is very sneaky and they are liars. So that being said, you never know what the narcissist is doing. You never know when they are telling the truth, if that's even so. They even do tell the truth at times. You never know when they're lying. They're always lying. Of course, we know that, but sometimes the narcissist could take the truth and twist it. And sometimes the narcissist could do things to play on your mind, and sometimes they don't play on your mind. It's just a lot of stuff they do will throw your mind at confusion or so, and you're thinking the narcissist is doing something. It could be cheating on you or plotting something or whatever, but you don't have no confirmation. So what this dude dealing with this narcissist for a while or so, you may be out in public or be in some place. If people laughing, you think they probably laughing at you. People whispering or talking, and then they laugh or so, or you're thinking people talking about you. You're thinking people looking at you a certain type of way. You'll feel something wrong with you, or you'll look at yourself. You'll feel that feeling that you insecure or whatever. You feel like everyone is out to get you, or you have that feeling, like I said before, the paranoid feeling that someone's saying something about you, or even, you know, looking at you a certain type of way or so, and you're probably thinking to yourself, why they, like, what's wrong with me? Why they looking at me like that? Depending on what kind of look they give you or so. If, you know, wherever look that rubs you off a certain type of way from dealing with this narcissist or so. So that's one of the things that you deal with dealing with the narcissist. And another one is fear. And what this means is that it's worrying all the time, and dealing with this narcissist will do things where you probably fear of them, you catching them cheating on you, or you may fear them leaving you, or you may fear whatever it is that you fear about this narcissist. So you live in this fear, and what this could do, you could have this outlook towards society. It could be where you probably get something in the mail or whatever. You fear that something may come in the mail that you don't want to see. I'm just saying this for example. You probably fear if someone tell you at your job or tell you, like, I need to see you in my office, and it could be some good news, but you have that fear that they're going to break off some bad news to you or so. And this could be in many, you know, in many situations, when somebody dealing with a certain situation or so, when they're dealing with a narcissist. So that's what that means when you in fear, so dealing with a narcissist. And another one is anger and raging thoughts. Now, this is a very common one that anyone could deal with, dealing with a narcissist or so. This one is more where you always feeling you feeling mad. You just got this feeling you no one had done nothing to you or so. You just be out in public around a lot of friendly people, but you just upset. You feeling mad for some odd reason. You don't know why you mad. You have all these raging thoughts in your mind where you probably arguing with your own thoughts. And what I mean by arguing with your own thoughts, it's not a saying that you are crazy or anything, but what I mean by that, a lot of stuff replay in your mind, and so your imagination start bothering you, and everything that this narcissist had done to you that made you upset or got beneath your skin, your imagination starts to play up on that. to you or so. You start to just be in this rage and feeling all these thoughts and this narcissist in your mind or so, this become this imaginary person, but yet a real person playing the acts out in your mind. And so even the situations that really played out in real life, in real reality or so, and you just start to feel mad or feel upset, even when someone do something. What the narcissist had done, this madness and rage that just stay in your energy circle or so. And another one that you will also feel is frustration. And what this means or so, it's come from the narcissist or so, of course, or whatever, because the narcissists do a lot of things that may put you in, that may frustrate you or so, or, make you want to just punch a hole in the wall or so. I don't really mean that literally, but some narcissists probably could get you there physically or so, where you just feel like just taking a punching bag or whatever, because some of the things that, some of the nonsense that a narcissist will do or so. So you start noticing yourself if you at that traffic light and that traffic light take too long, you get frustrated at that, or someone keep on calling you, you get frustrated at that. Things you start noticing that's not you. You get frustrated at every little thing, even if you go to a fast food restaurant and they get your order wrong. And, it could be an honest mistake or so, but you frustrated. You just feeling frustrated over every little thing, even if the sunlight probably shining on your face too long or so. And this would happen when you going through a lot of frustration or whatever, when you dealing with a narcissist or so. And another one that you will also deal with is that it's a lot of envy and jealousy. And I'm going to break this down on what this means or so, on how this happened. Everyone may have experienced this at times or so. And this not a bad thing or so when it comes down to jealousy and envy are two different things. When it comes down to jealousy or anything like that, sometimes when someone gives someone else credit that you feel that you deserve, it's a natural feeling that will come. Envy is more of when someone has something that you want to, or probably in another position that you're not in or so, and you probably feel it's not happening to me, or that should be me or so. There could be a bad way that a person can have this, but when you're dealing with a narcissist, it's going to naturally come. And sometimes the narcissist will make you feel this way because the narcissist will belittle you so much where they will make you feel like you don't have anything, and they just, they chop you down or so, and they make themselves feel like they have a lot of things going, and you will finding yourself envying this person because you feel out of all the honesty and hard work that you put into the relationship or put into the narcissist, or even just put into your regular life, and this narcissist, this dishonest person, cruelty, toxic person just come along, this undeserving person come along and belittle you, and all the good things happen to this person. So this will put you in an envious type feeling and a jealousy or so, because the narcissist will do little things where they flirt with other people, or they even do little things where they come off very easy and to a lot of other people or so, putting you in this jealousy feeling. They giving other people attention and credit that you deserve or so. Little things like that. So this will put you in that feeling. You probably catch yourself or noticing yourself start to try to investigate check the narcissist out. It could be something where you want to find out they're cheating on you, or trying to find out if they doing this or if they doing that, or trying to investigate in their story. And you could come off to the narcissist that you're a stalker or so. And I'll tell you why it's this, because the narcissists do so many sneaky things, and most of the things that they probably are doing that you're suspicious of is true, but you just want to know the truth. Your mind is set on the truth shall set you free, and they put you in this rage and frustration where it take you out your character, where you're doing things that you regularly don't really do or so. The narcissist will do this. They only do this in the long run of the relationship, that's when this feeling will come up on you. It won't come up on you at first. It's just only when you're dealing with the narcissist in the long run, because how dishonest and what these people do is so how these people not loyal, so will put you in that state of mind. So this is going to be normal feeling this way. So don't beat yourself up or feeling like you're some type of stalker or you're some type of crazy person, because you're not. The narcissist just do things that put you in this feeling or so. And another one that you will experience is decrease of self-esteem. And what this means, you don't feel so good about yourself. You start to notice everything that you had confidence in, you don't have confidence in anymore. So a lot of things that you used to look up to yourself on, you don't feel that way anymore. Sometimes this can show. A lot of times people probably don't realize, a lot of their body language or actions. You have some people who could read that or so. And what would have happened, people could see lack of confidence. People could see low self-esteem. And you have some people who could read signs the wrong way or so, body language or whatever. But this could happen in this case where you kind of lose your confidence of how you felt or so. And in this case or so, when you're dealing with a narcissist in this situation, is that you have to realize what had happened to you. And what happened to you is when you're around this narcissist, all they did is chop you down. Everything that's positive about you or good about you, they eventually through time had chopped you down and took that away from you to make you feel like you're not anything no more. So that's what been happening to you in this situation or so. And another one you will experience is sadness. You start noticing that this could be a depression thing, and so you start to feel very sensitive to a lot of things. You start to notice that you probably feeling sad at night, you feeling sad in the morning, you feeling very down and blue throughout the day or so. You're very sensitive to any type of music that will depress you, or you may see things or see a couple or see certain things that may get to you or so, or you may see a lot of stuff that may make you feel sad or so. And the reason on this or so, because you so far gone from that hope. You've been all the way broken down to the point of where you want some help or so, and you looking for someone to get you out of that situation or so. And I don't mean by you looking for someone physically, but you just looking for something. You're looking for someone, something to bring you back to life again or so, because you feeling at your lowest at this point or so. So you probably start to notice you feeling like that most of the time when you dealing with a narcissist or so. And another one is isolation. And this is a common one that everyone will feel dealing with a narcissist. And what happened, you'll start noticing that you don't feel like being around people. You probably don't go to places like you used to go to. You probably stay at home all day or so, or you don't feel like being connected with anyone or with society or so. And depression will cause this or so. You don't feel like anything that's exciting or whatever. You don't feel like being a part of that excitement or so. You're not too proud of seeing sunny days or anything like that or so. These are normal symptoms that you will feel when you're dealing with isolation, and so you kind of just want to be to your thoughts, because whatever your thoughts are, you want to be alone with your thoughts or so. And anything that's the opposite of them thoughts, even if it's happiness and joy, you can't adapt, because it's not in you or so. It's just been sucked out of you. The light's just been sucked out of you or so. So that's some of the things that you will feel dealing with a narcissist during the isolation phase or so. And in this video or so, this one is kind of really serious or so. If you ever felt this way or so, and this one is suicidal. If you're catching yourself feeling this way or so, this is very serious right here. If anyone who know anybody that in this phase or they feeling suicidal or whatever, it's very important to listen to what these people got to say, because when somebody in a state of mind is suicidal or whatever, they feel that life is over with, no one don't understand them, it's no hope, and it's the end, and they feel like they're not worth anything no more, and they don't want to. It's probably some pain that they went through or whatever they don't want to bear anymore. And if these people is reaching out and trying to talk to you, it's very important to sit down and listen to what these people got to say. You know, this helps with a person who have suicidal thoughts or so. This helps if you sit down and talk to these people and listen to what they are telling you or so, because it makes them feel better to relieve, just relieve the feeling, to be an ear for them or so, communicate with them or so. And what happened when someone at this phase or feeling this or so, it's because the narcissist had gutted everything out of you. They made you feel like your life ain't nothing. It made you feel like your inner self, your identity, your character is not nothing. They feel like whatever you work hard for, not nothing. They feel like everything that you even came up in life and everything that you worked hard for in life or that made you throughout your life, they made you feel like you ain't nothing. They made you feel so far behind in life, and you just gut it out. You just this empty. You feel like this empty, useless shell or so. You so lost of yourself, and you probably so devastated of whatever heartache or pain or something that's overwhelming that you went through that you can't take no more. It's like it's nothing else to live for. It's like if life is feeling like this, why live anymore? That's the feeling that you will get dealing with this. And I'm here in this video to let you know or whatever that your life, you are around for a reason. And just because this narcissist came around or so, this narcissist does not have any rights to whatever you do in life or who you are in life, and your life do not dominate. You do not dominate your life from this narcissist. You was born for a purpose. You is here on earth for a purpose, and you're important to somebody. There's somebody out there who care about you, and there's somebody out there who will listen to you. What you have to do is get away from this person. And if you have to, stay no contact from this person. Once you come together and once you start to see the light in your life and start to see all the good people in your life and start to recognize the best of you, which this narcissist seen and know the best of you, just because they are miserable and just because they don't have anything to live for and they just living day by day, it doesn't give them the right to pull you down with them. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your life. Everyone's going to have bad times. No one perfect. Even a narcissist is not perfect. Matter of fact, you're better than a narcissist. So always remember that. If someone is in this phase right here, and once you come together to the reality of yourself, and once you come together to the bright side of yourself, once you've broken free from all the torment from this narcissist and all the lies and everything that this narcissist brought you through, and if you are staying no contact, remain no contact. They may come back in a matter of days, it could be months, could be even years. Always remember, if you shut that door, keep that door shut, stay no contact. And if you have to stay contact through the kids or so, keep it very minimum. Do not get anything started or do not let them put their foot between the door to get their foot started so they could just wither their way in. So stay no contact and stay away from this person. So hopefully this video then help someone out or so. I try to cover everything or so. I'll try to keep this video short or so. Thanks for watching this video. And people, keep your minds protected and keep your heart shielded. And I wish everyone the best or so. And everyone will make it through dealing with their narcissism. And anyone who's not dealing with one and getting past one or so, there's a future is out for you. So once you rinse clean from this narcissist and all this narcissistic, toxic stuff that they put off on you or so. Thank you very much, people, and have a good day.